What's good, everybody? It is November 6th. We are coming fresh off of NFP week. If you traded last week, it was all right. It's kind of stagnant for me, especially messing with US 30. Nas was beautiful. It sold off wonderfully. But we're waiting on the rest. We did get the 75-point basis data come out. So therefore, I'm expecting DXY. Let's go ahead and get back to there. DXY to continue to the top side. What are we seeing from the weekly time frame? It left a giant wick. We're also seeing a possibility of this just being a double bottom with a lower right leg, but I'm definitely going to be looking for this week to close out bullish and filling a lot of this wick up. We are maintaining the bullish trend, as you can already see. And I'm going to say bulls are still in control here. If we go down to the daily, we did drop pretty heavily, but I'm thinking that's just to retest this wick area here. We'll see how this daily close. If we can get a nice inside bar over the next 24 hour to close, then I'd love to see this continue to the top side. This also, if you can tell, is given a bullish flag scenario. Now, I don't think it's going to take all of this time before we'll get a breakout. We'll probably have one here soon. I know we do have a lot of Congress situations coming out, things of that nature over the next few weeks. So I'm personally looking for this to come up, retest, and continue to the top side. Now, with that being said, US 30, I'm still looking to fall. If we go to the overall weekly, we can start fresh here, no big deal. We're still maintaining the bearish sentiment, and I would need this broken out before I believe otherwise. Okay. So with that being said, we come down to the daily. We can see we're in a pretty unique position here. So after retesting here, at most, I may look for a slight pullback. Maybe give us a full-on double top there before dropping down. Let's put up a 4 hour real quick. Let me get a bird's eye view here. What's going on? All right, so just keep an eye on those areas as you go along. NAS 100, I am looking for us to possibly pull back up here into either the 50%, where that is the neckline of the previous structure point, as we can see from the left side. All right, perfect. So right there, we can see that neckline for NAS 100 houses that 50%, but there is structure here at the 786 that is also interesting point of interest as well for me. So I am going to continue to look to sell NAS 100. If we're looking from the weekly, no problem closing all of that. We have a wonderful bearish engulfing there. So just pulling up off of that candle alone, we'll see how that lines up with our structure points on the lower time frames. So there's that neckline we talked about there with the double top. See here 1 second. Here and here. So just trying to see this market pull up, retest, and then continue our sells. And the same probably will, of course, go for SPX. So that is also maintaining the proper structure points to go sell side. So we see the market made its attempt to come up, drop below, retested. We may get another pullback there. Let's see how that weekly candle closed. All right. So this will turn into a evening star pattern with this week closing bearish again. So as most, we're looking for this to pull back to give us a wick on that weekly time frame, back up into that probably 38,000 area before dropping again. So we'll keep an eye out for that. Cryptos I am bearish on. I would look for this week's candle on the weekly to engulf bearish side and then continue that downside pressure. We do have a nice bearish flag forming on the weekly, so there's still time. If you're in any buys, it does not hurt to go ahead and close. All right, Ethereum's kind of about the same thing there. Also bearish flag. XRP is still holding the support, but we'll see what happens. There's still area for opportunity for it to go down to a sell side. Me and Byron talked about this previously, possibly happening. All right. And GJ, I am still bullish on GJ myself. It's just really strong, bro. Monthly's got this nice big morning star. We're in the monthly pullback currently. I would only look to buy this market back into 178, I believe they have marked, 180, sorry. Yeah, 180 is where I'd look to buy that up to. As long as this month too also continues to go bullish. All right, that is really all I am looking at. Tay, the floor is yours, sir. I'm going to go ahead and open this up.
All right, give me like a half a second. Booty, 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 booty. All right, first thing I'm looking at is I'm gonna show this this Byron pair. So take a look at this JP225 USD. It's got this rising bear wedge. That's why I pulled up real quick to show it. So this is something that we're indicating here that we're trying to watch this fall. I think I drew this out when it was closer to here. Now this finished forming, a lot of the candle stayed inside this wedge as it's slowly dying off. As you see here, this candle also tried to force it out. Came back inside of it. It should be dying soon. So this should be coming down. So we could almost move this to here if we wanted to. That'd be cool. But remember what the overall goal was for this JPU trade was is that we were trying to get it to buy, get it down here so that we can buy from here. But since it is a falling channel, so everything is moving in a bearish market, then we should probably be looking to sell this. This is a pretty good sell. We can get the sell out. Best thing to do when it falls out is to catch the retrace of the wedge itself. What else do we have? Our inverted head and shoulders for US oil took over. So we projected that it's going to form this right shoulder. It formed the right shoulder, and now it's going to come up. All we need to do is retest that neckline. So this is going to be a weird neckline because it would normally be here, but then this one is also showing here. So I'm gonna take this one. If it comes back down to 89.56, then this is where I'm taking my buy. Outside of that, hey, if it goes to here and retraces it, then I missed the trade. I'm fine with that. But as you saw, what we saw here was that we had a rising. Initially, this is over the daily. So initially, everything was going up, then everything was dying, moving into a bearish market. Now we're showing inverted, which means we have to have a reversal. So everything should start to move upwards now, and basically do the exact same thing here. I wish we could clone these two to clone over here, just slide it to see if it's going to form that exact pattern I want. But that'd be something to play with offline. What else we got? Let's move it in reverse order. US 30, we took the sale last week. We made a bunch of money. Closed out. Then it started to retrace here. And right now, this is a weird time to be in because it's still inside the channel. And we want everything to keep dropping here in this channel. Now, what basically look like it's trying to form here, if we look on like the monthly is that everything, we had this engulfing candle that formed here on that monthly, but we're still at the beginning of the month. We still got 20 something days left. And the weekly gave us a what here? So we got a nice little hammer here. Gonna watch this little indication that we have. So that's why I closed that trade. There's a lot of different indications that showing that it's about to reverse here that I don't want to be involved in. If it comes back to the top of my channel, I'll start looking at it again to see what's going on, which is going to be probably the day, honestly. But if it comes to the top of the channel, it doesn't break through. If it breaks out of here, then we're looking at some kind of buys, and then we're looking at ways or pairs or something that tells us it's going to reverse. Double top. That's a double top on a 4 hour. Retrace. It might just keep going back down. That'd be pretty nice if it did. But I got out of the sale itself because of how the market's moving right now. And it's the beginning of the week. It's weird. GN formed that head and shoulders that we called out also. So perfect head and shoulders came down. What we're looking for now, we're looking for this retracement here. So once it retraces back up to this neckline that we have here, that's when I'll take my sell. And then boom, I come back down to this level. That's where everything's been here before. That's why I've been trying to get things to go to. It's a nice looking wick. Makes sense. Pretty simple. That's a nice little head and shoulders caught too. I wonder how many pips that was from that right shoulder. About 800. Nice. GA formed a double top. Same kind of situation here. We had a double top that form. We're looking for the neckline retrace after it drops a little bit more. Then we get in here, we take the sell. Unless other people are seeing something different, I don't see anything else that's telling me this is gonna keep this coming up. I keep coming to this level of support and a resistance, and it keeps getting beat up. So until it breaks through it, I'm not gonna try to buy through it. Same thing with NZ or NJ. Keeps coming to the top of this level here and dropping. So this might end up being a sell also. It can't break this level for some strange reason. Like it won't break it. It's just consolidating been consolidating for a hot minute now. It's very annoying. And that was, what's that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks of just push up that it did. So gold formed exactly what we wanted to, came to the top of this channel. So everything came down to here like we had it, and then it came back up to the top of the channel like we had it. Now it's at a level of structure here. It broke outside the channel, which happens a couple of times, but it broke outside the channel at that level of structure, and now it's coming back down. Now we start playing to the mind here is if it stays outside the channel. So if it decides to keep pushing up here, then we're finally outside of the channel, and then we'll look for reversals out of here. But if it comes back inside of here, then we see if it comes back to this level and finally breaks 16, which it hasn't done the last 1, 2, 3 times over the last since September, October, and November. Let's see if it does it again in December. And yep, US 30 looks the same way. So this is how my charts are looking. These are the things that we did last week, the things that we won on, these inverted and head and shoulder pairs that we called out. Also the gold trade we called out, and also the US 30 trade that we called out. So we were pretty much up all last week. Not a bad week for the Taylor. I'm gonna call myself the Taylor squad, people follow me, I got nothing else though. Anybody got questions?
Sounds good. Other than that, man,